Hey there, YouTube. It's a bright, beautiful, sunny day here in San Francisco. It's actually so bright that I'm kind of wearing these as a joke, and I'm kind of not, because it's seriously bright. I have the window open. I'm wearing shorts. It feels great. I love it here. That was a little bit of Bordoni. Really soft, and it's my example today of playing things that you hate and how that's good for you. So I got like 3 main points today, and weekly number 19, if I'm totally correct. I can't see the screens because these are polarized, so I have to take them off. Anyway, point number 1 is practice what you hate. And I know that sounds kind of weird, like, why would I do that? I want to enjoy playing, but I'm not saying like make yourself miserable when you practice, but play things you don't like to play, because that's how you get better. Just if you want to sum this all up in one sentence, that's it. And this ties into the whole no excuses thing that I brought up before about, like, if you're a bass trombonist, play high. If you're a tenor trombonist, play low. If you like playing slow things, play fast, etc., etc. It just kind of ties into that. So the first thing you have to do, of course, is find out what you suck at. And sometimes you don't know because you only play things that you're good at. Say if you're in a concert band and all you play is long notes and you only play like middle F all the time, and you're really good at that, then you're not going to know what you suck at. So you really need to branch out, find things that you suck at, and start working on them. Find out what pisses you off. So I kind of get a little emotional and stuff when I practice. I'll have a great practice session, I'm working along, and I'll find one thing that is just making me tear my hair out. Maybe it's a technical passage, maybe it's like one note that just never speaks. Maybe it's me not being able to breathe in the right spot, whatever it is. I find that one thing and I'm just like, oh, why? Why is this happening? And so I'll just concentrate on that and be like, I'm going to only practice that. I'm going to get so good at it that it can't piss me off because I'm going to be so good at it. And that's happened recently. Just the thing I played right now, Roshu number 2, Bordoni number 2, down octave, really quiet. I've been playing this for like a month now because for a recent audition I had to play it in the correct octave, and I was like, well, I may as well, if I'm playing it every day, I may as well play it correct octave and then down an octave, just because it's good for you as a bass trombonist. And I found out really quickly that I was horrible at it. I sucked. My legato was horrible. I breathed in all the wrong places. I couldn't get the tone centered. I was like, I hate this. Why am I doing this? And it finally clicked, and I was like, I just need to practice the crap out of this down an octave so that I don't hate it anymore and I actually like it. Because playing in that register with kind of a lyrical, beautiful sound is really difficult, but something that you have to do pretty often as a bass trombonist. And of course, I practiced the crap out of it. I also got a new lead pipe, and it just made everything like 100% easier. So, I practiced, but it also I also cheated a little bit. And then, of course, that includes like music, etudes, solos, not just like particular technical things or little things about the trombone, but like maybe you have some solo pieces you just like you don't like, but you have to play it for solo and ensemble or juries or what have you. Just practice the crap out of it, really get to know it, and you'll probably end up enjoying it. There are very few pieces that I've played for juries and whatnot. Like, I'll usually get them and be like, this sucks. I just don't like how it's put together. And I'll practice the crap out of it for months, and I realize that I actually really like it. And there's parts that I love. Sometimes, it doesn't happen, but, there's bad rep out there. So that ends point number 1, practice what you hate. Point number 2, this was brought up by a guy on Reddit, unknowingly, unbeknownst to him, but, he was like, I just want to work on my sound while we're snowed in. I assume he's somewhere in the Northeast. And so I'm just going to play long tones for like 8 hours today. And I was just like, ugh, worst idea ever. One, playing 8 hours, that's kind of a lot of playing. I don't think I'd ever play 8 straight hours in one day. You're just going to get chopped out, and after a certain point, it doesn't do anything for you. And 2, doing one thing for 8 hours, horrible idea. Especially things like long tones. I mean, anything for 8 hours is going to be bad, but like long tones are really going to destroy you in the long run if you just do them like that. So, everything in moderation. That's a famous quote from some president or founding father or something. Basically just means everything in moderation. I use this for everything in life, like food. It's okay to eat junk food as long as you also eat healthy stuff and you just keep everything in moderation. You never like completely cut something out or only subsist on pizza or whatever it is. Same thing goes for trombone. Never be like, I'm only gonna play low notes. I've brought this up before, but same thing. I'm only gonna play below pedal F for the rest of my life. Don't do that. Everything in moderation. It's good for you. No matter what instrument you play, no matter what you like to play, it'll make you a better musician and player. Man, I just basically covered that. Never neglect anything. Never neglect any aspect of your playing for too long. I just learned this lesson the hard way. And this goes into both points. I hate multiple tonguing. Everyone's asking for a double tonguing video, and I don't want to do it because I'm so bad at it. And I just hate doing it because it never sounds good to me. And then I realized for auditions, like the BDI one a while back, that I had to multiple tongue. And I was like, no, I don't want to practice this. And I was like, maybe it'll be just good enough. And I got out the euphonium and I was all ready and it was like, dugga, 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 dugga. I realized I was so bad at it because I never practiced it. Go figure, learning my own lessons. So basically, you need to practice things that you suck at so you don't suck at them. Right now, I'm pretty good at multiple tonguing because I've had to play like 3 or 4 things in the last couple months that have just been like really intensive on the double tonguing and a little bit of triple tonguing too. So, I might make a video about this sometime. But I learned that same lesson. Don't learn it the hard way. It sucks. Man, it's bright. Can't read this. Oh, last thing. Someone asked this on YouTube as a general question. How do you choose what mouthpiece you want? And of course, I can't just be like, everyone should play Greg Black 5GS D in medium weight with gold plating. Because that's going to work for like 3 of you, and the rest of you it won't work at all. My best advice, and this goes for all equipment, is to find things that don't hold you back in any way. Or if they do, then it's really minor things. And that's how I choose when to switch equipment. My last double horn, my Holton, I realized I couldn't play soft with any color. I couldn't play loud without it getting really bright, and it was kind of pushing back at me. There were several things about it that it was really holding me back since I had practiced a lot on it for like several years, and I really knew it was holding me back. So I was like, well, time to move on. And I ended up eventually with this, and it's not holding me back, and it's great. And the problem is, you can very easily get stuck in a trap and be like, oh, well, this is holding me back, so I gotta get something new. And the problem is you might not actually be getting held back, but you're not practicing that aspect of it enough, or you don't realize that you suck at it in the first place, so you're trying to compensate by buying things. And I've been down that road. I've literally spent like over $1,000 on different mouthpieces over the last like 7 or 8 years. And you don't do that. It sucks. It's way too much money. I've lost way too many of them. But basically, practice the crap out of one instrument, one mouthpiece, for as long as you can until you're like, maybe this rim doesn't really fit my face because it's consistently, like cutting into it, or it's too round, or whatever it is. And then you go around, search for things, play as many things as you can, find out what the pros are using, the pros that do things that you want to do, and try those out. And maybe you'll end up with the right thing. Like I bought this sight unseen. I'd never even played a Greg Black bass trombone mouthpiece, but I'd heard lots of good things about it. Lots of top players that I know play a similar size, play a similar brand, and I was like, well, I'll go with this size in silver. I even got my name on it. It might work out. Who knows? And it does. This is the best mouthpiece I've ever played, and I have no reason to change whatsoever because it feels great. And, I got lucky, but basically that's my spiel on equipment. And, make sure things fit your sound, what did I say? Concept. Man, I totally forgot that word. Make sure things fit your sound concept, because there's probably mouthpieces and things that feel really comfortable to play. Like they're easy to play, but they don't sound like you want them to. So, you have to factor in some things. And like I said, always make sure it's not you that sucks, and it's the equipment that's holding you back. And that's why I play everything for months and months and months. Like, I just got a new lead pipe, right? This cost like $150 with shipping and whatnot, which is kind of a lot for just like a tube. Here's another one, for instance. This is literally, I just bought one of these. It's just a tube of brass, $150, but it was totally worth it because I had 5 Shires lead pipes, and none of them were really doing the job for me. The smaller ones all felt too tight. The larger ones, the B2.5, which is what I was just using, had really wide slots, made everything sound a little iffy. And so I bought this, and now everything's better. But I played all 5 of these lead pipes for like literally 8 months before I switched over, because I wanted to make sure that they were the reason I sucked. So anyway, that's my video. Sorry I'm late, but I have a job now. I can get off time whenever I want, but who knows when that's going to happen. So this might shift to Sunday or Saturday or something. Who knows? I'll catch you next time. See you, YouTube.